Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me get the notification out to the Discord people. Should be happening soon. You should get the notification. Likes to show up on my mobile device before it shows up on the actual desktop. Alright. Stream, ping. If you're a VOD watcher, you can join the Discord down in the description below. I notify just like I'm doing right now before every single stream, so you can get a notification. And there we go. Day one. Swap over to our bingo profile. And let's begin. I already picked up a splash a little bit before the stream started, so we have potions. There we go, hub. And the go-to here is every single month you want to get farming 5, which is going to happen super quickly. But that gets us access to the garden. I don't need to pick up that splash, so I'll leave that for other people. We also want to craft some hay bales, I think. They changed the farm talisman recipe, so it throws me off. We're going to keep farming until we get the farming talisman, because our goal is to get 12 unique accessories this month, and the farming talisman is a really easy one to pick up at the start. Once we get a few more people funneling in, I have an interesting surprise. You can already see it down in the description, but I did a bit of a coding job. We have one additional graphic for the stream. Alright, farming talisman acquired, we can just craft that. The enchanted seeds get us a little bit more XP there. Gets us a level into carpentry. We shouldn't need to use the rookie hoe for anything, but I'll pick it up just in case. And we'll throw the wheat in here just for minions as we need them later. Next up, I'm going to get a promising pickaxe, and we're going to talk to the blacksmith who's going to have us mine out a bunch of coal. I'm going to pick up a bunch of tools from the lumbersmith. These axes, we get 6 of them for each of the wood types. I'm going to pick up a few wooden hoes, a few pickaxes, and we'll need some swords as well. We're just going to store all these on the 9th page. And we're going to try to roughly keep their order here. We shouldn't need the Avaphone anytime soon. Funny thing about the accessory bag is you need the potion access it. We're probably not going to use a deleter this bingo, so we can keep that tucked away. We need 10 coal. There we go. There's no specific objective. which has us get garden visitors, so we don't need to do the golden visitor strategy there. I don't want to do the egg, I want to get the pickaxe. And then we're also going to need some iron. A secondary goal that we have here is the armor sets. We need 7 of them. So we're going to talk to the iron merchant up there and get chain, and then we're going to use the iron and gold to get the thing. Remember B-mask. You know, that actually is a good thing to go for, but I thought they disabled Bingo's ability to go to Carnival. Thank you for the reminder, Yvonne. Once we get mining 5, we'll go hop over and do some funny carnival stuff. Alright, we got iron minions, so now we can ignore iron. And we're competing with another bingo player for gold. I'm asking you, because I saw a patch note where they disabled the ability to pick up the stock of stonks, so I was thinking they disabled the other mayors as well. I'll go get the extra gold from the deep caverns. It's not worth fighting these people. Let's find out. Is there special funny dialogue for us at the carnival? Welcome to the carnival. Okay, so he gives us the tickets. And I think we can access the quests here. So is it the shop that's disabled? Is it the shop? Yeah. Looks like I'm big buzzer incorrect here. I thought that you weren't able to do carnival stuff on the bingo anymore. I was gonna completely skip over that. But if I can transfer another B mask over to the Iron Man, I mean, this seems like a win-win right now. Unfortunately, I have to listen to all of these carnival guys explain their games. What did they disable? I thought that it was both of the events. Pomegranate. Okay, so this means that it's one of these two places. This means that this is the dragon fruit. So now I'm going to try to find a pomegranate. Alright. Well, we might as well get the dragon fruit there for the bonus. I think I also picked up, yeah, enough apples, so I got all of the unique bonuses there. Alright, well... I think that's unfortunate, because I'm actually going to have to do something where I try in order to get some mango, so it's either top or bottom. Okay, so it should be this one here. There we go. And now we just try to go for guarantees, even if they're low. There we go. So the dragon fruit is the most valuable fruit, and you want to stack a pomegranate, which increases the bonus you get. Durians are pretty good to use pomegranates on too, if you're trying to like maximize your score there. Well, that's unfortunate. First fruit, dragon fruit. It was bound to happen eventually. I guess now I can focus on just getting guaranteed fruits. $500-point apple. The apples stack up, so the more apples you harvest, the more valuable they become. So, because there's no fruits nearby, we know that this would be a negative. I'm gonna try going here, though. Yep, there we go. 600-point apple. That's actually really good for the leaderboard. I think, unfortunately, though, we don't need to play that anymore. The other ones, I probably want to go to a small hub so that I'm not getting any sort of unnecessary server lag. I could go to a single person hub. Yeah, there we go. I do have a tad bit of skill issue. I was doing this earlier on the Iron Man. I think it's 2,000 total points that I need for the bee mask. Yeah, 2,000. For a minute bonus in my foraging fortune. I want to shoot the lights as well. The small ones, they're hard to hit. We've got tactical cover. I don't like how the more valuable ones disappear into plumes of smoke. It's a bit hard to time exactly when they're going to disappear. So your goal is to kind of shoot the highest valuable ones with the dart first. And then the small ones give bonuses. So that's also a thing to keep in mind. I don't know how people get 15,000. I'm guessing it's perfect aim and a combination of like getting really good rare zombies. Like the baby diamond zombies give a huge amount of points. And I know that the light seems to give additional bonus points there. I like it's really satisfying when I stack two zombies on top of each other though. Alright, so we got all the bonuses in one game again. And now we gotta do that 2 more times. Hey Dr. Maggie, welcome to the stream. A diamond this early? That's unusual. I feel like I'm getting special treatment here. Nah, I shot at the light right as it went off. I'm sure that there's a mod that gives you indicators for these things. Because I feel like I waste my time angling for certain things. Like that diamond zombie just disappeared. I'm getting streamer treatment. Yes, I'm getting streamer luck. The mods have given me the funny files. Too bad I'm too skished to capitalize on my amazing RNG. Yeah, diamond zombies that early and still not even getting like a third of what these guys get. But zombie shootout is, I feel like it's very easy to get lots of points. So now that we have a decent number of people showing up, I want to show the fun thing that I made. It's a bar at the top. It's the bingo bar. So what I can do is I can show off the amount of points that I've gotten with this bingo bar. And if I just keep on adding some points here, that's the amount of tasks. Or I can even set up to 10 tasks. Or go back to a low amount of tasks there. But yeah, as we complete bingo tasks, I'm going to update this bingo bar, show it on screen for a little bit, and then it's going to be hidden. But that's my funny coding adventure. Hey, you do. Welcome to the stream. Now we're going to go pop some more zombies. I need to do this once more. We're going for the bee mask right now. And I'm getting insane streamer luck in my lobby. That is a very early gold and diamond zombie. Usually there's like a tutorial stage, kind of where it ramps up. You start out with some leathers, and they give you some irons. But I'm getting diamonds right away. They added aim training to my Skyblock game, and I suck at it. No, it disappeared. I think it's for the best that the zombies time out, though. Otherwise, I'd be waiting for those things to cross a wall. Alright. We're getting there. 7 more seconds. Alright. So the good news is we're halfway there. The bad news is fishing game. All things considered, I feel like my fishing skill, compared to all of the other games, is at least somewhat decent. But I'm taking that grappling hook off my hotbar, because I have grappling hooked myself into the pond a couple of times, and it will not happen again. Yeah, fishing is a really easy one to do, Yvonne. I say as I lose my streak. I'm horrible. The fishes, they disappeared too. And... okay. Ah, this is me getting streamer nerves. Usually I'm able to retain consistent streaks. But usually I'm also not talking during the fishing thing. You want to get high value fish, and you want to get a high streak, because occasionally it will double your points just like that there, and you want it to double on high value fish. But the bonus points, that 50 extra points that you get per fish, is actually really valuable. And if you lose your streak and it goes back down to 0, you have to kind of climb back up and get your streak up again. Alright, that's 7,000 with multiple failures. I'm happy with it. I think I got 8,000 on the Iron Man earlier, so I have the potential to do better, but that was pretty good. Alright, so I have 60 tickets. I actually want to try to take that splash if they'll let me in. Nah. Hopefully there will be another. I have 60 tickets. I can still earn a little bit more from this if I play a couple more games of fishing. And then I think I can just be lazy and do the digging game. I don't like the other two because they force you to sit there for a couple minutes just doing whatever the task is. And then the digging game, I've got it down to a system. You want to catch the fish that are really close to the pond here, because if you try to cast your line too far, the fish can despawn. And that, like that. And then if you're catching something that's too far away from you, you're very likely to have your streak reset. You also want to try to catch as many of the yellow fish as you can. But me going for that yellow fish just now reset my streak. To rush getting your streak back up, you can catch the red ones. They're really fast to catch. You have to get all the way up to a streak of 10 to get the max streak bonus again. It caps out at 50, but you can keep getting that 50 over and over again. Double bonus points, let's go. Okay, I think I salvaged, yeah, I salvaged the streak there, even though I feel like I should have lost it. Okay, that was mean. The fish just disappeared right in front of my face. Alright, that's a little better this time. 7,400. Like, I earned double in catch a fish compared to the digging game. But I feel like I have to put a lot of effort. I feel exhausted after every single game of this. In order to max out my shop on my main, I did this for, I think it was 200 or so games. Or it feels like I've done 200 games. And I just kept going through it over and over again. Had all my co-op members feed me tickets. Did a bunch of farming contests, and I even did spooky festivals just to get some tickets. And I think when I was doing it, we didn't have the spooky equipment. Or not the spooky equipment, the carnival equipment yet. So I wasn't even getting the maximum rates. I was having to put more effort in for less tokens. Fishing game is the only thing that I've top 500 in on all the carnival games. I'm pretty sure that the fruit digging has a solver, and it's just RNG if you get the perfect game or not. And zombie shootout, I have no clue how people get the scores that they are getting. I'm sure if I figured out how to do zombie shootout, it would become trivial to do any of this stuff. Could have asked for the equipment. Oh yeah, that's right. I could have just asked people for the equipment. I think I was stubborn. No, not for Spooky, for the carnival game. I think we didn't have the spooky chest or the party gifts out yet when I was grinding. Like the perk hadn't gone into rotation for the mayor. So nobody had the equipment. Alright, so dragon fruit is somewhere nearby. If I dig here, then I have blocked off all of these. So it's either A or B. I'm doused right now, so it doesn't matter where I dig. And then we're going to dig here. So this is the dragon fruit. We're going to swap over, and we're going to try to find a pomegranate. Alright, now that we've picked up the pomegranate, we can go here. And then since there was a durian right there next to it, we're going to see if we can get a second pomegranate. Dig here. Yep, second pomegranate. And then the durian was here. And then the watermelon may get us something interesting. It's a little bit more points. That's pretty good. It's not quite the game that we got earlier. But there's a little bit of strategy. And I think that there's something that'll just have mods tell you what to do. There's another pomegranate nearby that. And pomegranate is a very low value fruit. And this treasure gives you the highest scoring fruit. So this is like a danger zone. Or there's a lot of pomegranates. Alright. Bomb. Durian nearby. The durian. So the dragon fruit is somewhere in the middle. If I go here, we know it's not on any of these three. Alright, so we know that it's one of these three. I'm going to take a chance. I actually should have gone on one of the sides, because now we don't know if it's A or B. So we know that it's here. I'm going to see if I can find out. Here's the pomegranate, and here's the dragon fruit. That's a pretty low scoring round, though. But I did get the bonus on the dragon fruit, which was the goal. And we're just going to keep on going until we get the tokens that we need. Similar strategy. There's no fruits nearby here, so that's a full danger zone. Dousing, durian nearby. Guess we should go somewhere here. So there's a dragon fruit nearby. So it should be one of these three. We're going to go here. So the dragon fruit is here. Pomegranate, dragon fruit, watermelon. That's 41 tokens. We'll take it. And we're definitely going to be in 40 tickets getting the B hat. So Just need to keep at it. Should be about 3 or 4 more games. So there was a dragon fruit nearby, but then the bomb may have exploded it. So we're gonna check here. If it's... I think I can just leave. I don't need the tokens. I'd rather have the splash. You can waste a round of tickets. It's Bingo Burst Splash, so I got it locked and loaded. Water breathing. What does water breathing give? 100% chance of not taking drowning damage. I can swim in the fish pond now. Let's regen last. They're doing the full rainbow splash. It's very satisfying. Alright. Back to a small hub. We don't really have to worry if we have players in our hub because of the fruit digging game doesn't really care if you lag. No fruits nearby there. Dousing. Dragon fruit nearby here. So if I go here, durian nearby. So it's one of these 3. If I go here, it's this one. So now we're on the hunt for a pomegranate. That's not good. That's really not good. We might as well just take it. A good third of all of the things I could have dug up were garbage there. Okay, so dragon fruit nearby. Got dousing. So now we can check. There. Of course, dousing twice, thanks. So it's not any of these 3, so it's either top or bottom here. Dousing again. Let me just get all of them out of the way. Okay, pomegranate. It's either top or bottom. I'm going to go top. There we go. And then... Sure, why not? Should be about 2 more runs and then we're done. Balm. Pomegranate nearby that fruit. Mango. Durian again. So what are the only places that I don't have covered right now? Because I have taken everything here. It's either here or here, I believe. Because I don't think I've got rum taken. And all of the other ones have coverage. So if I go here, then it should be right here. So if I try to find a pomegranate now, it should be here. This is like... Or here. These are the only 2 without any coverage. So here. Now I'm confused. Maybe a bomb exploded it. Alright. If I get above 3,500, which is what I usually do, we're done. Pomegranate nearby. We got rum, so we can't rely on our senses too much there. Durian nearby. And then in the center, pomegranate. That'll be very helpful for us. And then if we continue just picking up fruits, this should help us finish it out. There we go. Yeah. Just barely enough. 2001 tokens. Ignoring the fact that we would have had 3 more games. B-Mask. So we can just transfer this over. And that's 16 million coins for all of my troubles. I think all things considered, that's a pretty good deal. Just create a bingo profile, get a carnival item within 30 minutes. That's a pretty good money-making method, I gotta say. No gear required. Because I just used the daily tickets that I was given there. I don't need the new splash. I'm going to deposit everything, and we're going to run all the way down. So what should we mine to get Dwarven Unlock? Do we even need Dwarven Unlock? It'd be helpful to get mining XP for our bingo pet. But it's not needed, actually, if we just get our combat elsewhere. I was doing Carnival to get B-Mask. And I'm doing B-Mask so that I can get a little bit more efficiency with oak collection. And then also it's about, well, it was 16 million when I checked earlier. Now it's 14 million. But it's free money if I transfer that over to a trade profile. And it's free mask if I transfer that over to my Iron Man profile. So, you might as well do the Carnival. For any VOD watchers, though, unfortunately, Carnival disappears really soon. I think it's any combination of materials here. So, hypothetically, I could just mine a bunch of diamonds to get rare diamond and get enchanted diamond unlock. But by the time you get enchanted material unlock for any one particular thing, you might as well commit to it. Because to unlock a different enchanted material, it takes too much effort. What I do know is that I need to mine until I get a rare diamond for one of the bingo tasks. So we're just doing that now. And then to get a diamond minion, I need to get 80 diamonds. So that's a stack and 16. And then I'm going to need another 24 after that. So a stack and 40 to get diamond armor. Now it hasn't really come up yet because we haven't gotten a ton of money, but it is important that I put an all skills XP boost on my bingo pad, because one of our hardest tasks is going to be leveling that up to level 100, and that's going to require us to do a lot of different skill related things. I'm crafting up the armors right now. And this gets us started with wardrobe stuff. But apparently I don't unlock wardrobe by default on bingo. So I'll just put all these away for now. And this is all my mining materials will go in here. We can go lapis mine. And then this just has us sitting... I guess if we get 3 more diamonds and get a pickaxe... Oh, another rare diamond. Look at me go. Pretty sure that I can get like a farm armor piece here. Yeah. So with the farm armor and reforge anvil. Requires mining skill 8. Of course, it's always about waiting for things. We're gonna pick up some sticks here. I likely won't be using this many sticks for anything. But it's good to get us... This would be an axe and a shovel. Yes, you can do this. It's a little cursed though. And then I need XP. Why is everybody splashing? Bingo Brewers, I guess it's always this active at the start, but oh my, everybody's getting splashes. With the splash on right now, it helps me get a little bit of XP level up. Makes the XP bottles go a little further. We go efficiency, and that gets us a bit of levels there. And we're gonna run out of coins really quickly here. I think it's 45 to get Fortune 3. And yeah, that's gonna take a while. There's probably going to be a lot of competition for Ice Walkers if I rush it day 1. X2 DM. Ah. Oh, Dwarven Mines for powder. Yeah. Yeah, that's important. Hey, there's a high-level bingo already going for the Lysite armor. Alright, well there's my fortune. And then hopefully I can level up some of these other ones. I just realized that's one of the first times that I've ever used the warp menu. And the reason why I did /warp and then clicked on something is because I've been trained to do it by the housing simulator that I've done recently. It's a bit silly. Alright, well I have no interest in killing the Lapis zombies for their armor. And I honestly just kind of want to go for their Lapis here. We can craft it up into blocks. That way it doesn't take up as much inventory space. Put the iron pickaxe up. Mining blocks in the ceiling tends to be a lot less competitive. Because the general rule of thumb when it comes to people you're competing with is they don't like to look up. You need to do like hide and seek from other people. If you can find something that's like on a ledge, they like to look below themselves or at ground level. That's what I mean, this is all easily accessible. It's within the range of a Minecraft player. Yet for some reason, it's only the stuff down below. I'm not even abusing my potions to get most of those things. And this cave is also nice, because usually it's people who just want to go and kill the zombies back here. I don't find a lot of people mining around in this cave. Once I get done with mining lapis, we'll throw bottles to get the remaining XP we need, and then use a shovel. We just mine up a ton of sand, craft a sand minion. That helps us with minion slots, and it also is the general way to get large amounts of mining XP really quickly. Just gotta check here. Yeah, no bingo tasks completed yet. Lots of things that we can do though. Like we're almost mining 8 for the reinforced diamond. I want to make a big deal out of the bingo bar when we finally use it. Another place that people don't seem to mine a lot is these little tunnel passageways here. And I don't know why. They didn't have a lot of resources. Alright, well, we're going to let some of these resources respawn now. We're going to go on a bit of a side quest. I need to finish my gold collection. Getting a cleaver. I usually do that in the gold mine, but it's far, far easier just to go to the deep caverns where nobody mines the gold and do it here. Especially at this intersection area, there's a lot of resources all in one place. Compared to in the gold mine, you have to actually fight someone for a single piece of gold ore. Over here, they're plentiful. There we go. Cleaver recipe. We're going to make a cleaver now. There we go. Weapon acquired. Not that I really need to defend myself, but now I have the ability to. So if we take a look at the tab there with lapis, we're about halfway done with our lapis to get enchanted lapis unlocked there. And then we may need to do a little bit extra after that to get the lapis needed for Maria's down there. Mining aid acquired. So that's going to help us get this task down here. I write a bingo guide for the Discord, but I usually go in a slightly different order. And I go different places based off of my current vibes. The bingo guide is set up on the Discord if you want to try to follow the most efficient way. Because I know a lot of people, they don't want to get a full card. That's a lot of commitment there. Some people just want to do the easy stuff. So I try to break it down into the easy, and then people who want to go for points and don't mind spending a few hours on the card getting there. I have a section for them as well. You do all the easy tasks, and then you do the next section. And then people who want to do full card but don't know what route they should take or what order they should do things in, I lump all those into the last category. Join the Discord chat. I will be joining VC for this stream. Currently there is a lot of, I'd say, internet usage in my house right now. So, I'd rather not contribute to that because I know that the stream is already... last time, that was one of the issues with the stream. Is there was just a lot of frame drops. So, oh yeah. I mean, if you're advertising the Discord chat for me, Yuval, yeah, go for it. Join the Discord chat. Make it active. It seems to be active like once a month when I start streaming. I need to actually work on that and maybe have certain chat events. But if you want to join, ask any questions, feel free to. Or leave it in the comment section of my videos. I try to check the comment section every once in a while after streams, and if there's any questions or feedback that you'd like to give, I'd be happy to reply. It's the benefit of a small YouTuber. I'm actually able to do that. If there's like thousands of people in the comment section, then it becomes a little hard to chat with them. You're not going to get noticed by refraction, unfortunately. But I'm the Skyblock bingo YouTuber. So if you need any sort of advice, I'm happy to provide it. I actually think that because I play the early game so much, I have a little bit better of an understanding of the game there. Compared to a lot of people, I think you can just kind of skip past the early game in modern Skyblock. You can just, like, get carried, get certain gears. So, not everybody has a deep understanding of, like, how best do I do Rias on the Iron Man profile? We have less than 200 lapis collection left to go before we can start crafting enchanted lapis, and then it'll be a little bit more after that. And then most of these other ores here, I don't like to mine them in the deep caverns. I would rather mine them in the dwarven mines from a minecart. Redstone actually has a small place in a minecart where you can actually get a decent cycle of it going. That's where I would go if I need to make compactors. I don't know if I'd make a super compactor from that, but the tiny little ores were nice to pick up and mine. And then they got all the pure ores in the royal mines. And then now you just kind of like Picobulus that. It's far easier compared to what it used to be. Which is good, but I kind of miss having my niche knowledge of where to find the best mining spots. Alright, so see this 12 lapis that we have in the hotbar? We now need to go for a total of 15 of it. It shouldn't take too long. We get a decent chunk of lapis each time. You hate pig minion. Yep, that seems like it's going to be very competitive to go for. I'm not going to be doing that within the first few hours of the stream. Maybe towards the end, we'll see. But I'd be happy throwing that up on a day 2 and then putting cheese in it. And maybe putting down a couple of pig minions instead of just the one. Because one person said that it'd take about 2 days with a T5 pig minion. So I could just do 2 days with a couple of T3s or something. We're on the final stack. Alright, and this reaches 32, it'll autocraft. One more. There we go. Unfortunately, we're not done yet. Because to access the Dwarven Mines, you actually need the skill level for it. And we're only at 9. We need to take it all the way up here to 12. So we go back to this guy, splash a few more bottles. Yeah, okay. That's a good idea, Yuval. Efficiency 5. And then I'm also going to go to the cobblestone minion on the island. I usually don't leave this guy up for long, but if you give him a minion storage chest and upgrade him a little bit, you can get like a T4 pretty reliably there. And then if I put all of the extra stuff away into the mining section, I shouldn't ever use this pickaxe again. I'm done with that. And then let's take out one of our wood shovels. We're going to start making a sand minion. We're still Skyblock level 4, and we've got about 78 more XP left to go. And then we're Skyblock level 5. It shouldn't be too hard to level up. We'll get that really quick. I think the first Heart of the Mountain unlock, when we actually get the quest completed, gives us a decent bit of XP. Yeah, crafting a bunch of minions is going to be another thing that helps us. Alright, now we can just get enchanted sand. Getting a compactor, you don't get it right away. You have to go through a few bingos to level up your bingo rank, but the personal compactor makes this so much easier. Alright, there's a decent amount of bingo players, but I want to see how bad the pig situation is here after I get done with the mining. It's going to be this level and then one more afterwards. Alright, that's mining 11, one more level for mining 12. It appears I forgot how long it takes to mine sand to get this level up. I thought I'd be done sooner. This is actually really slow. Good news is, if we deposit our coins... Actually, I want to try to get this splash, can I? No! But we do have a bingo. We did one of our tasks. Notice the little shiny glint on there? I'm very proud of that. We've got one task completed. Alright. Devastated. Well, if they keep up the pattern of continuing to do a bunch of bingo splashes, we should get our splash soon. Yep, we have max sand collection. And now we have the mining level for it too. Let's do... There we go. So now if I go to the hub and I try to put a reforge here, let's do it on the B mask. It's gonna cost a little more, but surely it's worth it for the funny. I have decided it's less worth it for the funny. I have recanted my idea there. 25k for a reforge is not worth it. That's robbery. No thanks. Alright. So now if we go warp deep. I'm gonna go all the way down. There's a few talismans that I have to still pick up here. I'll go work on those. Okay, we're at 5 now, so we can take all of our armor and get ready. It's only 7 armors, so it's not going to take too long. It's not too far out of our way. But we should finish up the wheat armor set here. It's going to be pants. Helmet and some amount for boots. Yeah. And then go back to our friendly little bee mask there. Alright, next up in our talisman amounts here, I'm gonna go purchase the most valuable thing right now, which is from Zog, getting our pet item. 50k. It's a bit of a hit to the bank account, but we'll take it. Now I need to talk to the adventurer, and we're gonna purchase as many of these talismans as possible. We'll be able to buy all of them at some point, but... Oh, there we go. We got all of them. Not that we're really using our magical power for anything here, but we're up to 9, and there's still a couple more that we need to get from doing certain quests anyways. I think, actually, while we have our potions on right now, we can go have a little bit of fun doing dungeon races, because that's another talisman we need. I used to think that you needed combat 15 just to enter the dungeon hub, but you don't. Let's get rid of the pet visibility. So the nothing at all heavily benefits us when we have potion effects on. So I'm going to do that. I don't think that it benefits us when we have... We get jump boost, but it takes away our speed. But I think that we're able to get by just fine here. And then there's another which benefits us with a grappling hook, so we can do the same route, but then we get to grapple around and be slightly more efficient. But I think just the jump boost on this route alone is going to help us complete it. Surely I can make it a little more efficient. As someone who has done all nothing at alls, go and get ender pearls, just do the ender pearl cheese. Yeah, I know where you're going with that. I'm not going to do the funny though. It's better content. I fully expect to struggle. And I'll be doing grappling hook after this for the next set. Because 50 seconds is fine. Well, that's one of the things. Like, don't do that. Next up, we want within a minute. Yeah, I can do within a minute. I've been getting 38 seconds each time. This is free. I mean, it's a little tedious because it removes all of my speed. Why do more than one set? Well, I'm going to do nothing at all, and then I'm going to do grappling hook for the same race. I kind of like the crystal core. 34 seconds, new personal best. So, you know that time that I've been getting, the 38 seconds the entire time? That's lower than the last required time for this race, so this is free. What's better, bee mask or frog mask? I'm going to say bee mask, because if you use it in conjunction with the bee pet ream, then you're getting more fortune compared to the frog mask. And the frog mask only applies its fortune bonus in the park, and then you're going to be hub foraging anyways, so there's no need to bother with the frog mask at all. If you're wanting to transfer it over, I think people like the frog mask more as like a purchasable item. No, the bee mask is more valuable monetarily and for bingo, so notice here that they give the same stats, but the bonus ability here is for a place in the park, so you're not getting that at all for your Oakwood. And then this doubles the stats of your bee pet, so you are getting something there. So we got Cat Talisman. I'm gonna bring out the grappling hook now. Alright, next set. Grappling hook is allowed. I probably can grappling hook a little quicker, like this, and then that. Like if I get a full chain going up through here, it'd be pretty good. And then, yep, there we go, grappling hook to the end. Surely it doesn't make it do less than 20 seconds. hate how I'm not positioned right at the hub. Scammed. This is a scam. Why can't they raise the hub numbers back? I hate us. 60 people to a hub is so little for these bingo slashes. Alright, 50 seconds. So we probably want a grappling hook from here. And then over here. Yeah, that was pretty nice. And then here. Surely it doesn't get any worse than this. Our time should be fine. And then this allows us to take advantage of a God Splash as well. Alright, the final time is 25 seconds. So it's a little tight, but I've been hitting that pretty consistently. As long as I don't mess up anything in particular here, we should be fine. No, that's a little blocked up there. It's definitely not going to be a PB, but it's going to be within 25 seconds, even if I bounce my way to the finish there. Link's Talisman. You know what that means. We just got a bingo thing. Another task. I'm going to even leave it up on the stream for a little bit there. Give myself a chance to be proud of the creation that I've made. In fact, let's leave it up until I get my next task completed, because that's going to be completed real soon. I'm going to go to the mining chest here, and I'm going to pull out 5 gold. And we're going to pop a little bit of redstone. Hardly any. Ooh. I fell. And then here we go. This should get done really quick here. So we've got Emerald Minion. Then the next unlock, I think, is a Talisman of Coins. Yep. And then we're going to go for the next unlock, which is going to be 250. Because I wonder, I could leave that bingo bar up at the top of the screen, but I'm wondering if that's a little intrusive, or if it's just kind of decorative and it doesn't get in the way. One of the things it blocks is the event bar, so you wouldn't be able to see if it's a 2x powder. So maybe you could relocate it, but I think that it doesn't fit at the bottom of the screen because you want to see the hotbar. And then, there we go. 12 unique accessories. So if I come back here, that's another thing. Another thing completed. We're 3 out of 20. Oh, I missed one because we applied reinforced. We're 4 out of 20 actually. And that gets us some XP. We're not going to be getting any more talismans anytime soon. Alright, so the next thing we're going to go for is completing mining commissions. Because we do have a pet bingo here with all skills boost on. So just completing those initial tutorial quest commissions, that's going to get us a lot of additional mining XP. I love setting myself on fire. Alright, 50 mithril ore and any mining event. And if we go warp mine. I want to see when the next event is. In 10 minutes. So if we cycle, we might find an active event lobby. That's the hope. Well, that is an active event lobby. It's going to make it a little easier for us to get the specific mining commissions done. Unfortunately, that means that we're not going to be stacking mithril commissions this time around. What I usually recommend people to do is complete that first mining event commission, and then the titanium commission that comes right after. And then you can stack the first mithril miner with the secondary one. And you're doubling your efficiency when that happens. But considering that this is a mining speed boost that I'm getting here from Gone with the Wind, it's not that bad. Please. There's been so many. Yes! With 25 minutes to spare. The lobby instantaneously fills. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the couple of pickaxes here. Probably pull out a third pickaxe, honestly. Thank you for the splash. So that's one minion. And 2 minions. And we can come back and upgrade these minions later if we feel inclined to. Oh, we lost our Gone with the Wind lobby there. There we go. We got it back. Or got a Gone with the Wind lobby back. So the wind compass is on the scoreboard there. You just kind of want to angle yourself towards it. The place where I was at, you want to go to flat ground, because then you can easily navigate around it without having to face any specific direction there. And you can launch yourselves to get there a little quicker. Not setting ourselves on fire with that journey. I felt like I was getting pretty close to the fire. Alright, we want a pickaxe which can mine titanium, and there was a lot of titanium right at the spawn there. We're not really leveling Heart of the Mountain for anything in particular. We're just kind of going for the extra XP that this gives us. Because anything helps out with bingo pet leveling. Although I feel like a majority of that comes down to daily experimentation, and then there's going to be like a lot of combat leveling that we have to do for the Combat 18 goal. So we'll have lots of opportunity to level the pet there. Alright, well, now we do it again. While Gone with the Wind is still active. And we'll actually go back to our flat ground place here. You can pick up the precision mining as well. And then once you reach tier 3, you can get an ability. Dump all of our powder into mining speed. So, precision mining doesn't really matter too much to us. Hey look, a golden goblin. I'm gonna ignore its existence. I don't really need a golden goblin for anything this time around. I really want to go enchant something. I guess I could wait until I get 50 levels. And then I could enchant like an armor piece with growth. Of all the ones to be suffering for, Ender Gauntlet is one of the better ones to be suffering for. Because then you can just pick up XP bottles and all of the other goodies along the way. Something like an Ender Necklace, or I think the last time I was suffering for Ender Cloak. Congratulations, I'm guessing that's the 2 equipment and full armor. Or maybe you're just starting out with the Ender Gauntlet first off. I'll wait to craft the Mithril Minion at the end there. Like, I could go to top up my pots right now, and I feel like that's what causes a lot of the hubs to be full. Is people will take every opportunity to get the potions, even if they just got splashed. But I have over an hour. I'll start looking at being concerned maybe when it gets below like the 40-minute mark. Oh, the wind direction changed. I now have to face this way. So I'm going to want to stay in this lobby, even if I get done with mining until that event ends, just so that I complete the commission. One of the bingo players just died to Ice Walkers. I wonder how competitive it's going to be. I only need to get end access off of the Ice Walkers. It's not going to take too long. But we get to find out. A full combat level for each kill is pretty nice. I don't really care about the armor from these. Oh, and it doesn't look terribly competitive. There's one guy down here. But since I have potions, I can take the staircase. As long as they don't overly push into my area, I won't overly push into theirs. Just take a couple from the big pack down there, since they seem to be struggling. Ow. Okay, that's a new person. New annoying staircase rubber. Go away. Go. I have good ping. How are they hitting through me? I feel betrayed by my internet provider. How dare you? You need a fiber optic cable just to be able to play Hypixel. Otherwise, you're gonna get outcompeted for the Slayer resources. I'll go for the next level here. This is actually a pretty calm lobby for getting Ice Walkers. A chest plate, sure thing. Gives me a little bit more survivability. And I think that was the Steve with no armor that just got pummeled by Ice Walkers. Jewels are always nice to transfer over. I think I'm transferring them over to the Iron Man still. But if you're on a bingo profile and you want to make it a little bit extra money... Oh, they're only down to 100k now. They used to be really, really up there. I guess that means less people are using keys, so there's less demand for the Glaciate Jewels now. And I can respect the boundary that you're putting in place there. He's sitting right at the edge. Although, I don't know why you're melee killing the Ice Walkers. That's not typically how you do that. Why are they in the wall? Yeah. I don't know if that affects the spawn rates at all, but hopefully that increases them a little bit. You have to sit here for a while killing the Glaciate Walkers anyways. It looks like there's no competition on the Flatlands. Don't mind if I do. Okay, well that guy's back now. Looks to be about 60 more until I get end access. These early levels of combat go by pretty quickly. Bingo player setting the boundary. Respect it. I'll just be the stair miner. Steve with no armor. Steve with no armor seems to be on a mission, and I'm not sure what they're doing. Just continually swinging, hopefully they hit something? I don't know. But you're taking my stair, guys. Come on. Not sprinting, just kind of walking around hitting Ice Walkers. I don't know what the method is, but alright, man. Good news is, they don't have a fiber optic cable, so I can outcompete them. Bad news is, there's 5 Ice Walker killers right now. One... I know, he's invisible. Or he left. I don't know. Oh no, I'm getting out fiber optic. No! Ranked Ice Walker killing. The good news is when you take enough people's kills, they start to get a little more careless. And then they run a little headfirst into danger there. Fuck off, please. I'm so annoyed. Please. It's like I can't even, like when they respawn, they're just right there in front of me. This is my least favorite part of bingo, is the competition over shared interests of resources here. You could wait a couple of days and it won't be an issue. And it would make no difference. Good news is I only need whatever this last level is. And also, it looks like there's fewer people here. Just complain and they all leave. That's another bad habit that I've gotten from Hypixel. Vocalizing my complaints. Like they'll actually mean something. You know, this makes me mad. The near instantaneous access to full glassite armor on the one bingo that doesn't really require me to mine anything at all. Oh no. Why? I used up all my luck. And now next bingo it's gonna be like, get a full set of glassite armor. Far reserve. I guess I'll take a break from our regularly scheduled Ice Walker killing. I want to get a minimum of 40 tickets entered into this. And thankfully I've got the magnetic talisman, so collecting all these tickets becomes that much easier. If you're on a normal profile, you need the magnetic talisman for this event, because it's just items on the ground that you can pick up. Ever since they made auto pickup to prevent lag on servers, there's really no purpose in the magnetic talisman other than this raffle event. And if dropped items were so bad for servers, surely this is not good for performance reasons. But I guess it only happens every once in a while, and they stagger it across lobbies. Compared to every single lobby where someone's gathering resources, there's probably a drop that used to happen there. First bingo ever was very scuffed because you could give people resources by allowing them to pick up the dropped items from the ground. So I think one of the collection tasks or something, a lot of people were just getting their friends with mining gear on, and then you would just sit there and pick up a bunch of resources. I can't even remember what people were going for, but it was very silly. I think it was alchemy, actually. Like, you needed a ton of gold for alchemy. And you still needed to get the recipe for enchanted gold or enchanted gold blocks. Yeah. Let me go back to Ice Walkers. Maybe I can sneak in while everyone else is doing the raffle event. I don't need many more kills. Should be done very soon, actually. I'm also going to need to unlock the bestiary, the bestiary milestones. Not that I plan on going for that for any combat XP purposes. We're already gonna need to kill a ton of Endermen. Oh. We're gonna need to kill a ton of Endermen. Every single lobby where I'm trying to get end armor is gonna have someone on bingo killing if I don't get there fast enough. Yeah, I was gonna put off end armor until day 2, but no, change of plans. Guess I leveled up. That was me winning the raffle. We win these. Probably could have claimed commissions and seen if I... Because I'm going to claim my commissions right now and it's going to be something raffle. And then it's going to be devastating. Although I could probably lobby hop to cheese it. You don't get rewards from additional raffle participation, but you can claim commission. Yeah, that... Okay, so that's why you were questioning why I was doing the races earlier. Yeah, that's why I was doing the races earlier. Hit treasure hoarders. Guess I could do that. Don't think I really need anything else here. Yeah. Do some mithril, do a little bit of mining, but already done with all the commissions for the day. You just thought that it was a tally for 12? Yeah, why would I do an extra race if I was just going for the unique tally? But I write the bingo guide, so I have that deep knowledge of whatever the card is every single time. Like going into it, I have a mental route planned, and I'm not just kind of figuring things out as I go along. However, that's a lot of mining experience. That's the 97th contributor there. I could probably bump myself up even higher if I just do one more commission here. And then I claim the reward. I'm gonna go do that. I want to see how high it can go. Because everyone else is probably doing other things. So we're gonna go pop a couple of hits on treasure hoarders now. You know, it would be good to have some health when fighting treasure hoarders. Feather falling might be something I want to consider in the future. I'm gonna get all 10 hits off of this one guy. And I still didn't kill him. How did you get down here? Alright. So now I go back up to the king. Jump over these guys who do not want to deal with star sentries. Regardless of what armor I have, they're pretty deadly. Alright, so we shouldn't need to claim it. We can just claim this here. And then that's another 100,000 mining XP. So that should be huge. And then now if I go to the hub... Actually, we're going to go Warp Desert. And we're going to side quest a little more. Let's see. Is it updated? 60th. Yeah, that seems about right. We're going to go get a set of mushroom armor for the nighttime growth thing. And one part of that is we're going to kill these mushroom cows. Should only be 20 to 250. So like 4 stacks of mushrooms. Not going to be too long. I have too many coins to justify mugging Moby for his bonus coins there. So I'm just gonna do my own thing here. Normally I try to stick around to the glowing cave exclusive lane, but I could wander a little bit further and kill some additional cows in different locales. We're gonna go on a bit of a journey. Take a little bit of a side quest here and there. Oh yeah, there's a lot here. You normally wouldn't see this many. And I can hop down here and get the ground beef down here. Decent distribution on this lobby with how many bingo players are here. You only need to get a stack of pork chop, so regardless of how competitive it is, I just need to have better Wi-Fi. You get like 4 mushrooms for each of these cows. The cows are by far the better way to go. Plus, if I get enough cow stuff, I can get extra armor set, extra minion slot. And then on the 9th page on the bottom, we'll start my, I want to transfer this set of gear. Base leather. I'm gonna move that over there. Alright, we shouldn't need too many more armor sets. We got really lucky with the full set of glade set armor. Because mushroom's gonna be another one we get, and I think chain will be the last one we need after that. We don't have collection display on in the desert. That's unfortunate. We should be getting close, though. I think we are still a stack off. Because it needs a stack of red mushrooms there. Oh! Oh, there was a stack hiding here all along. We are done. Full set of mushroom armor required. And then that should be 7 if I wear each armor set individually here. There we go. Another bingo task complete. I really think that it doesn't take up much valuable screen real estate there. So I could just keep the bingo bar on continuously. But we'll have a little bit of variety. I'll get some opinions from other people later. This can probably be a farming minion moment here. Just crafting up all of our mushrooms into minion. Alright. Now, the good news is, it doesn't look like pigs are very contested right now. No, we need to go for a stack. 5. Yeah, next month I want to automate the bingo bar. That'll be the task. Because right now I have to manually switch over and press a button to adjust the bingo bar. But every time we get a bingo task complete like this, bingo goal complete, we could just increment the bar. Alright, so we got a little bit of competition, yeah, from that guy. And they have slightly better Wi-Fi than me. How dare they? I mean, they do have tech in their name. They might have that 6-figure salary Wi-Fi fiber optic cable. Or maybe tech has some other meaning. They're in a more technologically advanced society than I am. I live too far out in the woods. Is that a hype? No, I think it was just cleave. But everything in that area was nuked. For a moment there, I was baffled. The lack of pigs is disturbing. Alright, we have enough to make a pig minion, but unfortunately, since there's no pork chop shop that we can go to, we still need to keep on going with our pig slaughtering. Almost there. Could have enchanted the sword with looting, that might have made this a little easier. But I'd like to think that the real suffering comes from Endermen, now that we're 2 hours in. There's going to be a significant number of people that are going to be killing things in the end. Alright. Let's go over to combat. I'm going to finish up. Why is everybody going for cows? When I need cows. I can understand the whole pork thing makes sense to me. You need it for the bingo. Why cows? Is it just for bestiary? I'm going for minion. I'm gonna organize. This is mining material. This will be like combat. We'll get the sword out for that. So anything here is combat-ish related. Including the rotten flesh down there. I don't really need either of these items, nor do I need the runes. Alright, now we're gonna go warp spider. We have a lot of NPCs to talk to here. First up, we gotta talk to the bestiary guy. And they're gonna give a long spiel about the bestiary. So, we're already a little ways in here. I'm gonna turn off chat reminders for bestiary. And Grandma Wolf is gonna be done. Is there anything we need in the spider's den? No, I don't think so. We're good on coins as well, so we don't need to do relics. warp. I'm gonna go back to the hub. And let's get... Let's do the target practice. And we can enchant one of our armor pieces with growth. Right. We have someone who's leaving the premises for us. How considerate. I did not leave the pressure plate. I just kind of crouched to the edge. Excuse me. Bruh. There we go. Easiest point of my life. Alright, what comes next? We're gonna do... probably kill Enderman. Yeah, we can pivot for that. I don't really need much of anything immediately. We can grab the bee pet while we're here. It's gonna be like some amount of coal block. 2 and 2. Easy. And there we go. Probably needs to stay on screen for a little longer if I do an animation like that. It disappeared a little too quickly there. Alright, if I go to my island and... no, that's not going to be enough cobblestone to upgrade the minion yet. It needs to fill up all 8 of those. So we can come back in a little bit. Let's take down all of the spare outer rocks here. And then... just dig out this island a ton. No one's gonna know that the underside of the island has been ripped away if I just enclose the tunnel. I'm gonna need to build a lot more mob cages around here. But for now, just having one in place for the pig minion is fine. And what are the other minions that we need? It's pig, skeleton, and oak. Alright, well let's dig out this island here. And we'll make a space. I'll put down one of the oak minions. I'm gonna need it for minion slots anyways. We'll just put it in the corner there. And then we can use the remaining materials here as building blocks. I'm going to ignore that splash. Unless I see on the mod there that it's not filling up. Okay, I'm going to go to that second splash. Huh? 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 How? How did we... How did we fill up 2 hubs? Why is everybody doing bingo? Is there something I'm missing? Are we this content starved? Is everyone with a main profile doing bingo now? So that's a couple spaces for skeleton minions. We're gonna need a lot more than that, though. Okay, maybe... I think that people are just being cruel if all 3 of these splashes are... No! That's foul! P, join bingo party. That's foul. How? How? Even with the mod, missing 3 splashes? Are people refreshing after 3 mins or something? Ah, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna go check the Discord real quick. Because usually they have like a little icon that you can click with the splash win. And then that kind of notifies the splashers how many people need splashes there. So how bad is it right now? Not even that bad. There's 25 people that want to refresh. Is the mod just being bad? I feel like I should have gotten into one of those splashes at least. That's crazy. And I'm gonna need to leave the bingo party anyways. Otherwise I'm gonna get maximum suffering. Alright, and this white tulip. There. Alright, what can we do? Enderman is gonna be the next big hurdle there. And we should be going for the early Enderman anyways. So I'm going to pew leave. And I'm going to head to the end. And hopefully I can get end armor decently quick here. Because there's already a lot of people in the end, but I don't see a lot of contention for actual kills here. This guy's going to be a bully, isn't he? No, no, you're nice. You get a reprieve. You're very kind. But I gotta be quick, otherwise someone else is gonna come along. I gotta kill 5 of these. Does that count? Counts for bestiary, but no. This guy took my kill for no reason. And he'll do it again. Please leave me alone. Club. 11. I ruined it. I ruined it. I threw. But I got in anyways. All it took was like 12 splashes. Finally in. I think we know who's going for top splashes. And then this is good because it refreshes all of our skill XP boosts before we do stuff like experimentation table. And alchemy. Do I... We'll see how bad the end is now. I see most of the stuff in the end as dead. Maybe. Are you going to be kind and let me get last hit? That guy's levitating. Okay. I mean, you weren't necessarily kind. Okay. There we go. And now I think it's... I'm going to withdraw 200k, which is an overdraft most likely here. Nope, that is the exact number that we need. Cool. So now we've upgraded our weapon, and we do a little bit more. It's not completely hopeless, but we need to enchant this first. So the way that we do that, I'm going to put our retired tools there. Is we're going to look around for some of these ender nodes. And we're going to hope that we don't get pummeled by the nest endermites as they come out here. Yeah, no, see, they one-tap me because I'm in mushroom armor. It's not necessarily the best thing to be in. These Grand XP bottles, though, they help us out a ton. Ender Gauntlet. Already. Yval could never. Alright, we're gonna run away. We don't want to deal with nest endermites right now. That is a nest endermite that looked like it wanted to nibble on me, and I'd rather not. So we're going to use some of these XP for the weapon, and some of them also need to go to this mushroom armor that we're wearing right now. Because we need to get the increased health during the nighttime using growth. It's triple effective in the... I think one more thing of growth should do it, actually. It's 3x effective on the garden. Ooh. There's a lot of nodes here. Ah. Okay, that's a good amount of XP bottles. I think I'm gonna stop now. Take a little bit of a enchanting break. Alright, so for this here, yeah, actually splashing the enchant bottles is an important step. Now if I go to my island, Sam. I should have talked to Sam while I was building. Let's continue building with whatever I have. Some endstone? Yeah. Sam gives me a whole backstory just to ask, hey, can you help? Sam needs to get to the point. Yes. Alright, so it's not enough. But if I enchant all of the pieces with growth, then hopefully it's enough. But unfortunately, that means we're wasting more bottles. Health. Because mushroom armor only works in the garden. Oh yeah, that's right. You can reforge armor. I'm wearing completely unreforged mushroom armor. But it works. I'm gonna get plenty of XP bottles, don't worry. Alright. Next up, we're gonna buy out the entire shop of oak wood. And we're gonna use a small bit of it to make an experimentation table. The rest is going to go into this page, marked by a sapling. This is going to be a wood page. We're going to continue enchanting some of the side quest items here. Let's get another stack. Critical, yeah. Sharpness is going to be the next one. And then let's bump ourselves all the way up and get Ender Slayer as well. Alright, now hopefully we've got a decent amount here. We want luck, but we're not going to be able to get it. Looting, but we're not going to be able to get it. We can go for lifesteal though. And then we'll just have to mine a little bit more. We're going to have to do a little bit of damage to Enderman with our armor, so I'm just going to go for quick damage. Take whatever. I think pure would have also been good. But just any damage adjacent reforge here, and then if I have the coins for it. Blended is okay for the gauntlet, I guess. Especially when we're starting out. We can reforge it later if we need more damage. Nope, don't need the splash. Yeah. Even... oh, okay. I'll leave you be. Even with the upgrades to our weapon, we're still not dealing a ton here. But it's not even that bad. And then as we get more end armor pieces, the thing does more damage. But I want to get all the XP bottles that I need to max out the damage and drop rates of getting items. Those are all very important things. I have no clue why the guy in full Necron armor is going for end nodes. Ow. Hey, I'm able to survive a hit though. I'm also going to need to enchant every single armor piece and get cut off by every single guy in Necron armor apparently today. Both are very essential to my growth and development as the side character that I am in life. I guess I'm a YouTuber. I should be the main character. I really think that my ideal position is supporting cast. And then I want to have someone who's like the big main protagonist. And then I want to pop in every once in a while. And be appreciated for the times that I do pop in. That's kind of what these bingo streams are. It's every month I just kind of pop in and say hi and check in with everybody. How y'all doing? Ooh, that's a lot of grand XP bottles. And I could always just be splashed by people like what's happened in a couple of previous streams there. And then I don't have to worry about XP at all. Nest, no thank you. Titanic. You know what? I could save the Titanic for something, or I could just not and never have to worry about XP again. And I'm kind of leaning towards the splashing myself with a Titanic bottle. I think I'm going to do that. Normally I'd be like, yay, I get a bunch of money, I'm going to transfer it. Nah. Those levels look nice. And then 33 more levels. What else can I do? I'm not going to be doing sea creatures. Don't really need fire aspect. I guess I could get Scav. And there's going to be a couple more that unlock after I do the experimentation table. But for now, we are good. I'll just throw this in the corner like I usually do. Splash myself once. Guardian pet. Grand XP bottle. And whatever this is here. Yeah. Guardian pet. Again? I think I'm getting a little too many of those. Alright, well, that's a lot of grand XP. I'm just gonna manually get myself up to the 25 here. Save my grand XP bottles. Regular XP. I could go for the regular XP, but I don't really need it. I do want to get this red XP. That's a lot of enchanting XP. And then nothing else really matters. Huge. Leveling up the pet. Alright. We'll throw a grand for this. Because we're not at like a partial level like we were before. Alright, any of these particularly interesting? Not really. These two are higher though. So I'll just go for the lime there. Alright. That's a decent bit of skill level up and skill progress there. We're not quite to the skill average though. Nah, don't need to take the splash. Alright. And then we also need to reforge the sword. That'll help us deal a little bit more damage. Sure, why not? Spicy. Okay, so now we've done all that we can do without getting end armor itself to prep for the end armor grind. I guess there was a couple more enchants we could get on this weapon, but we're doing pretty good here. So we're gonna go for end armor now. We're almost one-shotting these upper endermen. But since the Ender Pearl collection goal is going to be one of the big things this bingo, you do not want to have the requirement of having to kill anything like I want to be killing a bunch of 9Ks if possible. I want to go for the full armor setup if I can. I'm gonna swap over here. This will give me a little bit more damage. Oh, we're just at the edge when we crit of being able to one-shot with the first strike there. 13 damage off. Crazy. One more armor piece is all it'll take. But I'd rather not die with all these coins. We have enough money to buy the stonk right now for one of the bingo tasks. Ooh! Just that one bestiary level up made the difference there, with +3 strength. And then this will help out a ton. But we are missing a little bit more damage here. No, we're losing out a lot on crit. We're gonna have to go reforge. And plus, there's a lot of people that just invaded this lobby, so we're gonna hop out. Alright, and then we're gonna need to reforge them as well. So we're gonna go for Fierce. There we go. And then Fierce again. And then I actually don't know what the go-to reforge on equipment is. It's not burned into my brain here. But Blended looks pretty nice. Menacing has less crit chance, but has more crit damage. We'll have to see what my crit damage, or what my crit chance looks like in the end with pots on. Oh, and that's going to be another thing. There's a lot of manual killing of Endermen this time around. 90 right now. Might get better. There's a lot of manual killing of Endermen, and I rely on potions to kill my Enderman. So there is a high demand for God Splashes this time around, I guess. Oh, can I one-shot 6Ks? Yes, I can. Let's go. Yeah, Menacing looks pretty good, but Blended has more crit chance, so that could help outside of having like potions during a splash window. But presuming optimal conditions, more crit chance is going to give you more damage when you crit, so or more crit damage is going to give you more damage. Obviously, it's kind of in the name. What does it look like when I hit a 9K? Still a little ways off. I want to be able to kill all types of Endermen so that I can move between these layers whenever I need to. Pull out the sword again, and we're going to make an Enderman minion. We're going to need a few more Ender Pearls for the next T2 there. I crit most of the time, but when I don't crit, it's a little sad. So we're going for 2 more pieces of end armor, and then I guess I'll suffer in the dragon's nest for a little bit, trying to get those last 2 pieces of equipment. Any amount of damage increase helps us at this point. We're going to have to kill a lot of the things here anyways. And then I wouldn't worry too much about bestiary, but killing the obsidian defenders and the watchers in the dragon nest gets us all of the bestiary we would ever need. We don't have to go out of the way for that bingo task at all. That'll definitely be enough for our next minion level. And then one of these. I should be able to start auto-compacting the pearls. I gotta keep in mind that there will be people up here that are not good at killing things. And I want to make sure that I don't steal their stuff. At least not excessively. Because I know how it feels to be on the other side of that, and I was really upset earlier. 3 enchanted obsidian, nice. Can't start killing 9Ks for armor yet. Gotta wait. And the good news is, I might get on myself all the way up to having the XP level for a free growth before I get my next armor piece. I mean, I keep getting armor pieces, it's just the ones that I already have. There we go. Case in point, complain, and it gets better. That is what I have learned. Alright, and now we reforge. Oh, right at the precipice there. Now we can sell all of these spare armor pieces for some extra cash. I'm gonna buy the stonk. Conscious decision. I don't know why this is a bingo goal, but it is. I mean, cool, I guess. Yeah. Having that animation run while I'm actually doing things and not sitting still probably would be more interesting. Throw these into the mining section. Alright. Can I kill 9Ks yet? Nope, but I'm getting very close. Unfortunately, I will have to have a full set of armor before I can start killing 9Ks in order to get armor. It's a shame that you can't craft the end armor with a decent amount of pearls. Like, I guess I get how it may be fun to grind out the RNG aspect of the game for your first time, but I think it acts as a significant barrier to people grinding, especially now that everything's soulbound. Although I guess on a trade profile you'd just buy a full set of Ice Walker armor and call it a day. You don't really have to worry about end armor that much unless you're specifically grinding things in the end. And it's not that hard to get something better than end armor. I like how Yaval's just slightly ahead of me on the grind here. I did start a little bit late because I was getting the thumbnail and making sure the bingo bar worked. I guess I could sidetrack for a little bit to level up the Grandma Wolf, because the combos last slightly longer if Grandma Wolf is a higher tier, or a higher level. Back to regular bingo. I figured it was wrong, Chad. I was a little confused, Yuval. Please, I just want the chest plate. That's not a chest plate. Oh, there you go. Congratulations. Another necklace. At what point does it become a ridiculous amount of struggle to get this armor piece? There we go. Chestplate acquired. Alright. It'll be over soon. We'll be done with the end grind and have a full set of armor soon enough. We should get some skeleton minions running and probably get cheese collection going before ending off the stream. But we're nearly done. Wait, I already had one? No. Don't tell me I grinded for more than I needed to. Oh, man. Oh, I got them pretty much back to back. I didn't grind more than I needed to. It's just right there. And then Reforged to Fierce. I have the mod that stops the rolling for me, but I don't use it. I would only use it if I found myself repeatedly missing the roll. I feel like I can stop decently well enough there that I don't need to rely on a mod to do it for me. Alright, we're gonna deviate slightly now to go do Rev and get another bingo goal complete. Because I just like completing bingo goals, I guess. The zombie villagers should give a decent bestiary there. But again, I'm gonna have to kill things like the Watcher and Obsidian Defender, so I don't really need to care too much about extra bestiaries. Alright, and then I think a single tier 2 is going to be enough. Hopefully. Yeah, no, we're not killing 139 surface zombies. We're going to go into the crypts now. No thanks. Oh, that's a mini boss. Okay, we got someone using a flower of truth here. Decently small hub. I guess it makes sense. I shouldn't be in their way for too long. But hopefully they're not in mine. Maybe they'll even kill my boss for me. Nah, this thing's gonna die too quick. There. And then hopefully I don't have to kill another one. Hopefully that's just it. I actually don't know if it's 1 or 2 that I have to kill in order to level up. But I think it's just the 1. There we go. And I could not claim them, but it's free XP if I claim them, so why not? Free stats. But wait. Bingo bar. Manually running the animation each time. Right, I'm never going to use this stonk. Can't even think of a remote purpose for it. We'll go into combat here and put this down here, I guess. We need to do bones for a skeleton minion, or a bunch of skeleton minions, that's important. And the last bit of end equipment, which I don't think is going to be too competitive. I could leave that until tomorrow, but we'll leave it be. And we've got community contributions into everything except for Scarf. But Scarf, we're not even at the combat level to get carried, and we'll need to arrange for some assistance tomorrow. Already getting 800 kills in a day. That feels pretty good. Decent bit of progress towards the combat goal today. So yeah, we're going to get the last 2 pieces of equipment, bones, and let's enchant this axe. I'll take it. I'll take the hub. I'm right here. I will not take the hub. I will not be taking the hub. Never mind. I guess I do have 50 minutes, so I didn't really need to take it, but wowee, there's a lot of competition. More than I'm used to. I may need to do a lot more splashes myself this time, just to help people out, because everybody's going to be wanting splash uptime for their Enderman slaying. Alright, hopefully this doesn't take too long. We gotta kill Obsidian Defenders for a small chance at an equipment, and also Watchers for a small chance. And we're not able to one-tap even if we had best possible gear right now. The good news is this is amazing for bestiary. Okay, so there's gonna be one more. I'm gonna try to squeeze in it, because I get about 40 more minutes worth of potions. It's all camp. Maybe in 28, but I think there's still gonna be people funneling out of here. And we're gonna keep an eye on the splash channel now. Here we go. They're typing. 9. Yeah, this is the way to do it. You just got to be camping when they're typing. Is this going to be a double splash? I see someone else typing. Double splash isn't needed right now. We're actually quite full. I shouldn't need to reforge anything, so having the coins on me just means I'm gonna chance dying with them right now. Oh, that's mean. I actually don't know where the splasher guy is. Mega 32B. Is this Mega 32B? This does not look like the guy is here. I think wrong hub number. Wrong hub? Maybe. I actually don't know, because sometimes there's people that have... Bruh. Bruh. Guy says hub 9. We go to hub 9. 32B. Yeah, no. Hub shifted. It was hub 8. Scammed. Also, so many people still going for potions. That's crazy. Well, there's someone else typing. And there's a chance that someone comes in here and splashes. There's a chance that someone... Because I saw someone else typing. There's a chance that I'm just waiting around for nothing. Lovely. You got a pile of people here, and they aren't getting splashed. Wrong hub. The splasher gave wrong number. It was hub 8, not 9. Hopefully that informs everybody what the situation is, because there's no splasher in this lobby. The one time that I easily get into... Hey, Reem! Hey! Just like, hey! Crazy coincidence. Well, while I have potions, I'll let everyone else sort out the issue there. I'm gonna go fight people for end mobs, I guess. It's a more effective use of my time. And then I'm curious, I wonder if they've finally fixed the elixir haste that you get. Before it wasn't letting you insta-break, but if someone manually splashed you with haste 3, it would work. And it's been broken ever since they added the haste relic or artifact or whatever the next one is. I think when we finally get the next mining update, they should just keep adding the mining upgrades to things until we get like a mining heirloom or whatever the peak one is in the rift. Mining chronometron, haste chronometron. Watchers. There's a big pile of watchers that usually spawn around here. I'll try and rat around and get as many watchers as possible. There's a couple that spawn here. Oh, there we go. Easiest ender equipment of my life. And because I got an enchanted bone, I think that automatically skips me having to grind. Yeah, I don't have to grind for the minion. I don't have to kill gravel skeletons. If we check the bestiary, it's not entirely free. I still have a little bit more to go, but that was really good for bestiary level up. So we're gonna reforge these. Menacing, we take it. Menacing again. I see someone typing in the splash channel. I'm gonna go over to the guy. And then if this is a bait, I'm going to lose my mind. Please. I mean, clearly it's one of these splashers. But I think they might even be status offline. Don't even see them. Oh, I'm devastated again. Alright. I mean, I could also bait people by just typing in the splash channel, but I try not to do that. I still have some potions left, so we can continue doing what we were doing, our regularly scheduled Minecrafting. We'll finish up the bestiary tomorrow. We're not going to really do anything with that tonight. Piggy bank is something that we'll leave overnight and then probably finish up the next day. Or maybe that's like a 3-day project, depending on how long it stretches out for. Potion, that's a good thumbnail item. We'll leave that. It's a good quick one we can do. And we'll have to do scarf as well. Now let's upgrade our Enderman minion. Nope, it's not 4 to get the next one. I think it's 6. No, we'll wait. Shouldn't take too long. I shouldn't need to enchant anything, so I'm just going to put these away. No need for enchant bottles. We can do foraging right now while we have the materials to go do it. So, let's do it. Might as well. And then under mining, we'll put the obsidian away for now. We have a bunch of oak wood here. And we're just gonna chop down a bunch of trees. This is gonna help a lot with our skill average. We might knock out that task. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hub 12 in unknown hub. Hub 12. Oh, he broke the mod. Because he didn't say hub. Or he had something in between hub 12. I don't know. I love how the mod wasn't working there, though. He gave me a chance to get in. Oh, he's lobbing the potions. That's far more fun than just hugging the pile. Okay. Ah, no. No. I'm just gonna block him. Shut up. Yeah, there's actually a ton of bingo points that we've obtained so far that are very free. Like, this is all within the first few hours. Like, this is a whole column that we're going to be able to obtain. And these are pretty easy, too, if you just set your mind to it. Like, we're breezing through all the tasks here. Alright, who's the next mayor? I think I was hoping for... Who were we hoping for? I can't even remember who we wanted to have as the mayor. I used to care a lot about mayor elections. Now it's like, I've completed most of the content, and not a lot of mayor content applies to bingo, so I don't really care. I guess like a DS with shopping spree would be really nice for a bingo. Then we get to power up all of our minions and get a bunch of free minion unlocks there. Alright. And I could just put small storages on a lot of these minions. Alright. Aatrox and Paul. I guess Paul's second place isn't bad, but I think Paul's perk is kind of pointless. It was like extra blessing stuff. Aatrox is kind of good, but we don't really need an Aatrox for this bingo. It helps with the Slayer community. There's discount Slayer. Yeah, that helps with the Slayer community on bingo. Extra Slayer XP doesn't do that much for us on bingo, though. But half-priced Slayers makes it a little bit easier to grind out the community goal. Which means it's going to be even more competitive this time. It's a good thing I never cared about community goal participation. Right, the goal is going to be roughly to get 10 minion slots at least this bingo. I don't think you need as much as usual. If I'm going for minions getting my oak collection done, then probably. I'm also gonna put on this bee mask. At least just get a little bit more foraging fortune while I'm in here. Widget. Get rid of fire sale on my bingo. I don't really care. And then collections widget. And then show the last earned collection. There we go. Now we can kind of gauge a little bit there how far off we are from oak collection. I think the next one is enchanted, and then you have to get 5k oak for storages. I could always go do the other woods and then come back. I think that's the plan. I'll get enchanted oak and then I'll go side quest for a little bit with the other wood types. Community goal complete. And we got skill average. Hold on. Wee woo. It's time to increase. We are officially halfway done. Pretty cool. Yeah, Aatrox is good for bingo players. There's not a ton of goals that rely on combat there. Most people are going to be doing their combat through Enderman to get the Ender Pearl collection rather than having Enderman minions down for that. I think an Oak minion setup is not actually too far out of the question because the bones are going to be pretty easy to get. There's nothing really that you need to side quest for with minions other than... Oh, we're full of oak. Other than getting the piggy bank, you don't really need any other minion stuff down. And if you're getting most or all of the ender pearls yourself manually there, which, if we take a look at ender pearl collection, maybe not. We'll see. I feel like people overestimated how long it takes to get the combat 18 there. The bones are going to be easy to get through minions. Compared to, I think there was like a 100,000 collection bone task one of the times. Yeah, the 50k bones? I'll take that anytime. If you want, you can use the Picobulus for oak. You can use the what? Yeah, let me reset. The Picobulus for oak. Sure. Okay. I had no clue. Thanks, Raim. It doesn't help a ton because it has like a huge cooldown on it, but okay. That's not that I did not expect that one. I'm baffled. I guess when I use Picobulus in the mine shafts and I use Picobulus on like wood structures, it does break the wood structures. Hang on, I gotta test it now. Picobulus, when does it reset? 13 seconds. We're gonna go over to the crop field. I want to see if I can Picobulus some wheat. Alright, right in that big patch there. The most inefficient way to farm ever. Okay, that's crazy. Thank you. Thank you for this discovery. I appreciate it, Rim. If I had to think of what place I want to use that, it's definitely on this upper layer of oak. And now because I walked away, I think the wood's not going to respawn. Quality Hypixel kidding. Alright. So if I... That kind of worked. But then there's the other half that I still need to get through. But that felt like a really good use of my foraging there. Alright, and... We can automatically enchant the oak wood now. And let's go on a little bit of a side quest here. Warp Park. We're going to go for about a T3 in every single wood type here. And this is just for minion slots. And then we're going to go back to the hub, and then we're going to buy the remaining for a T4 of whatever the type is. We got to keep in mind our newly found power. Okay, yeah. That is fun. This is some tech I want to see. Because it's any breakable block. So it probably includes like the flowers on the ground here that you can harvest. What's an example of something that really is hard to break there? I don't know. I don't know where else it would be useful for, because it's not good for farming. It's really good for foraging, especially if you're like manually having to pick up the blocks like I am. And then I'm gonna go up a little bit. 35. Bedrock is not breakable. At least not since they fixed it after releasing breakable bedrock with the first Dwarven mines. Alright, there's my approximately 2-3, and we're just gonna put the extras here. Alright, I don't think there's a good place I want to tree cap in the spruce area, but I could just hop up to dark oak real quick and tree cap one of the big trees. There's no bedrock in the park, Evil. There's bedrock in other places, but there's no bedrock in the park. In fact, I don't even think that there's a single block of bedrock on this island. I mean, it's all the funny clay terracotta stone stuff. They don't really put bedrock on their islands. They put it on the nether. And they put it in the mining islands, but not on the park. Wait. I might be wrong. There may be a place where you can get bedrock on the island. Oh no, the gold here just kind of disappears. I thought that it would turn into bedrock. Wait, can you just suffocate yourself if you just stand where the gold's gonna respawn at? Or does it just not respawn on you? I'm too impatient to do this social experiment, but it would be funny if you could suffocate yourself to death. In Minecraft. Oh, that is fantastic. It's not even that much better compared to if I were to break it manually. But it is so satisfying. It just makes like neuron activated in brain. It's my new favorite thing. Perfect. And that's spruce done. Alright. Now we can do dark oak again. We can do the same tree, actually. Let's go! I'm gonna save all my Picobulus for the dark oak area. Actually, don't mind mining in the acacia. It's usually a lot more relaxed compared to other areas. Alright. Wonder if we're gonna get any new bingo events anytime soon. I feel like we're overdue for like a bingo update. Like bingo rank. Next rank, please. I would make so much money off of all of my stashed bingo points. Alright. Acacia time. And then down we go. Huge. I think we go back up to the jungle now. That'd be the smarter play. Because there's less places to throw a Picobulus up here. Oh, another splash incoming. I still don't need that one. We're splashing frequently enough in bingo burrows to the point where I don't really need them. Hmm. Alright. And down we go to the Dark Oak for our final one. I guess it doesn't even really matter, because I don't have actual fortune on this axe. I'll leave that person be. Okay, we actually figured out how to do the hub correctly this time. Great work. Alright, and we're gonna get a few more from there. We'll be up to 9 minion slots. I don't want to push for 10 minion slots before the end of today. So, we'll just go for the upgrades here. I miss being able to buy specifically one stack at a time. No, it's... Oh, I actually want that hat. That hat is slightly important. Junglewood time. I have to kind of guess with how many stacks of wood of everything I have to buy. And that issue where it just won't let me continue filling up the slots. So I need to get like one more stack there. And we can sell all the spare stuff. And then it's like 5 stacks of birch or something. Yeah. Is that enough? Yep, it is. So we're gonna do a little bit more here. A bunch of wheat. We can now buy out a bunch of wheat from here. Okay, one more unique minion craft and then we're done. I guess I could keep going and get $40 in each slot here. There we go. And there will be other minions that I'm going to be upgrading overnight. Plus, I still need to craft the skeleton minions, so we'll have a lot of progress towards the 10th minion slot. We're just not going to be going for it right now. A ton of bones. A ton of swords. And then that should be good for now. And we're also going to put down the oak minion. I'm just going to temporarily put all that in T7. And we have a pig minion down. So yeah, that's our minion setup right here. Alright. We're down to 2 action items before the stream ends. First, we're going to be upgrading these minion storages. We want to get 5 extra medium storages. So that's going to be a decent bit of foraging that we have to do. We already have 3 here, 2 on the island. That gets us up to 10 total medium minion storages. That should be enough for most of our use cases. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some cheese. I'm not going to cheese the minions past how long I think I'll be awake for. So maybe like a couple of cheeses for a couple hours of being awake. But I think that all of the minions here are going to fill up too quickly overnight to make cheese worthwhile. And then if I remember, I can try to cheese the minions when I wake up in the morning there. And that'll probably be a little bit better in the use of my time. Because I think the previous time I was 24/7 fueling my minions with cheese, and I think a lot of that went to waste because the minions would fill up overnight. Whoa. Satisfying Picobulus gameplay. So, in order to... It's 8 times 5, so we need to get 40 enchanted oak wood here. So it's going to be a little while of a foraging grind here, in addition to all of the other foraging that we've grinded. Alright, let's see. So to give a bit of a rundown for tomorrow, the plan is going to be to do this potion thing. It's going to be really quick. Hopefully have a decent chunk of progress towards the piggy bank, but we're going to need a lot of enchanted pork for that, so that might be a multi-day objective. We're going to be killing endermen. That's going to encompass all 4 of these goals here. There's a lot of overlap this time. Bone collection, we're setting up the minions to passively grind that out. I'm going to upgrade the minions and make sure that they are filled with cheese during the stream tomorrow. And then this pet leveling is very passive. It can be grinded however we choose to. I could also plant carrots on the garden to manually level it up using some carrot candy. But the experimentation table is going to level it up quite a bit. And hopefully the combat levels it up as well. When we swap over purely to doing manually killing a bunch of stuff, there's a combat EXP boost, I believe, that I can buy. And that'll be a little bit better than using the base tier all skills XP boost. This is actually really fun. Wow. If only I had a shorter cooldown, if I had Bal Pet. Or maybe there's like some armor that you could have that reduces your mining cooldown, and then you could just like spam Pickopulus everywhere. Unfortunately, that'd be a little too broken for general mining purposes, but I think it's really funny you can use a mining ability on pretty much every other skill that exists out there. Yeah, that is annoying to navigate just in general. I miss having a tree capitator on bingo sometimes. What are they doing off in the distance there? They're just idling. Right, next time I cycle around to here, there we go. Doesn't even matter which we do. It just matters that we do it. And I think that I'm competing with this guy for wood now. It's a good thing that other lobbies exist. And I don't have to put up with these people. I could just hop. Bye-bye. You got 5 ender necklace before boots. Yeah, that's how it was going for me with my chest plate. I got a ton of duplicate pieces there. I'm glad that you got your boots, though. It sounds like you're at a finishing point there. Hopefully you don't also have some other things to grind. And if you decide to go for full equipment like I did, I hope that the belt and the cloak are quick grinds for you compared to what I had to secondhand go through with Yaval there. Yaval suffered a little bit. What can I do? I can only forage. I guess to keep something to look at on the stream, you can look at the shiny bar. You can take it in and appreciate it. I think I'm missing one. It says it's at 10. We're at 10. I think we're at 11 right now. Is there an easy way to check? I believe that I count 11. So I'm gonna... Well, there you go. One more task. Oh, you're not done yet. You still have to grind. Good luck. Yeah, this is why we need to be able to craft our end armor pieces. I'll try and take it. Let's see. Up 19. Yeah. Yeah, this is an example of I don't need the potions, but it was a pain getting into a potion lobby that one time. We're nearly done foraging, and then it's just rat trying to get cheese swapping hubs. We have 20 minions down. It should be like 1 or 2 rat lobbies in order to get the cheese that I'm wanting to get. It'll go by really quick there. This better not be another bugged lobby. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, they're in the lobby. Good. Nope, more potions. We're just kind of... This isn't an example of not Rainbow Splash. Do I... Alright, we need 13 more enchanted logs. Oh, you got the boots. Congratulations. It's okay, we'll be grinding plenty of Endermen this bingo if you plan on going for the card. You'll have plenty more opportunities to get full sets of Ender armor and then sell them. I don't even know what you would use all of those coins on. If you're going for community task leaderboard, you could use them to get like a really high position on the T2 Slayer. Nothing is respawning. Excuse me? Thank you. I'd like the upper one to respawn as well. I gotta pick Oculus. Please. The floating ties of the log there. Please thank you. Foraging 15. We are a higher foraging level than we are combat level now, I believe. Yep. This is what we do. All for the minion setup. And now the bottom one's not respawning. There we go. $50K drops. Complete. Okay. I mean, I guess that's going to be something you level up quite a bit with manual Enderman killing. I actually think we'll have to see, because we'll be doing a lot of Enderman killing tomorrow. But I'm speculating right now that you might need to place down some Enderman minions to finish out the goal there. Just not going to bother with the big bundles there until I get a Picobulus. I'm spoiled now. I don't want to go for the big bundles unless I have to. Hey, welcome 4K edits. Can we play together? Yeah. I would not mind that. What is it that you want to play? Like, do you need a bingo party? Or just whatever your IGN is, let me know. Say that I wasn't going to do this with that, but then I did it without anyways. I got distracted. That's my excuse. There we go. Medium storage is acquired. These should stack. There you go. Stream is a little bit delayed, so if you want to ask a question in the party chat, we can kind of respond in real time there. I'm doing the bingo right now. So if there's anything that you need assistance with, I'd be happy to give you a bit of a carry there. Like the Slayer, for example, for this bingo, you have to kill a T2 Slayer. I can probably handle that on my bingo profile right now if you need. But I'm just going to be building my minion setup right now. There you go. Welcome to the party. Alright. So I think it's 7 of these minions, so we need to expand the storage out a little further. I go into mining, upgrade, pick up minion. I'll take this as well. Hey, welcome. Oh, you're kind of new to Skyblock. Welcome. Do you have any questions on what to do? I would be happy to guide you if you have any things that you don't understand. I'll give you a little exit to leave the box there. You have enough 50 mil in bank. Wow, that's impressive. Why do you have a candy on your head? This doesn't provide stats. You probably want to get an actual helmet, unless you just think that it looks cool. Yes, I do. It's linked in the description down in the stream. Yeah, in the description. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's going to be another 2. 1, 2, 3, so that's 8. We're going to want 1 more, I believe. 1 more chamber. Or 1 more set of chambers. Sure, after the stream. I'll be done soon. I'll be done soon. Alright. For a second I thought that they were the Iron Man. Hey, wait. Yeah, what's up? Something more crazy? Alright. Sure thing, boss. Let me log into the Discord there. What's up? What's up? I'm doing good. I'm currently building a spot for a bunch of minions right now. I have a bunch of skeleton minions. It's... I'm on a profile where you can't be traded to. But yeah, I have enough stuff. No, I'm on a bingo profile. You can't trade to a bingo profile player. Thank you for the offer, though. Yeah. So what's the crazy thing? Uh, yes. Yes, I plan on cheesing the minions a little bit before I go to sleep. Doing rat cheese. Hmm? I can't buy from the market on this profile. It's... No, it's a bingo profile. You can't play with other players or go on the player market. It's like an Iron Man. Are you familiar with what an Iron Man is? Yeah. It's like a event Iron Man. Like, you can't trade with other players. And one oak minion here. Oh, I have a main profile if you want to visit that. Orange is my main. Yeah, I have a few bingo cards on the wall. Thank you, thank you. It doesn't look that nice when you get out of the box. There's a teleport pad to see the rest of the garbage on the island. But I'm pretty proud of my bingo box room. Alright, well, we're gonna do a bit of cheese hunting. Oh, that's pretty good. Why'd you delete it? Did you just want to quit? Yeah. Well, if you like the very, very beginning, bingo starts at the beginning of each month there, and you're able to go and experience that early game, like what I'm doing. I started the profile just a few hours ago. Yeah. Well, I plan on getting off after this stream, and then I'm just gonna enjoy like the real world for a little bit. Thanks for the concern, though. Yeah, you can feel free to join. It's in the description, Reamgut. We're gonna. Doo. Oh, yeah, I like the sandbox where you're kind of able to do a lot of different things. Skyblock, the MMO, is a very specific grind. It takes someone who's very bored to be able to get to the levels that I'm at. Welcome to the call. Hello. Alright. Set it. Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely not going to be the 7-hour video. Oh, you're even more rich. How do you accidentally stumble across money? Did you just quit for a while and then you realize you got a bunch of minions going? Alright. So that's all the minions filled with cheese. I'm going to deafen up on the Discord for a second. I'm going to end the stream. Alright. Thank you all for tuning in. Looking at the card here, we have wood needs to get done. We have a couple more minion tasks, which we need to take care of. Tomorrow we're going to take care of this potion as well. And we're going to do a little bit of dungeons. But you can look forward to the stream around the same time we started today. We're going to be doing a lot of Enderman grinding tomorrow. And we're just going to be hanging out. I'll probably open up the VC and actually have the audio go through to the stream if that's something that people want to do, if they want to hang out. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I'm happy with the progress that we've made. Great work on the card, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Is the garden method to make bingo money still a thing? Well, you get a lot of skill. I'm going to answer this question before we sign off. You get a lot of coins from skill level up, and you can get a lot of skill level ups in enchanting now. So if you need coins, I would say that this is a very good way to go about it. You just need to get enchanting level 10, go to the experimentation table, and you get 3 goes at the experimentation table, and that got me like 500,000 coins. The garden method to make bingo money, I'm not sure exactly what it is you're referring to, but there's a lot better ways to make money on bingo now. I don't really ever have to worry about coins, like getting the void sword anymore. I just play the game, and eventually all the skill level ups kind of catch up to me. With visitor books. Oh yeah, shipping to the main profile. Yes, that's something that you can still do, but there's a new mayor that came around called Finnegan that has dedication. 4 books are a part of the Rhino visitor that comes around. So it's not as profitable to do it. I think they sell for like 30 million coins last I checked. But if that's something that you want to do, you can do it. Yep, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, Sky Turtle. And for the rest of you, VOD watchers, if you've tuned in, thank you. Thank you for making it this far. And if you want to be notified of future streams, you can join the Discord down in the description below. We'll be hanging out a little bit tomorrow in the voice chat. Bye-bye.